Do you want to know a secret? Because okay, I have one for you. The key to creating a beautiful, professionally constructed balloon garland lies in your ability to make the perfect cluster. And maybe you already knew this and you've tried it, but it hasn't really worked out, or you're brand new to this and you just don't know where to start. But you know, you came to the right place, because today I'm going to show you how to make 3 different cluster types using only 2 different balloon sizes. And when we're finished, you'll know how to make these clusters easily and efficiently, ready for your next installation. The best looking balloon setups come from using high quality balloons. These are just a few that I recommend, but there are many more out there. Experiment with them all until you find the brand that you like the best. Okay, to make these 3 balloon clusters, it's really simple because you only need 2 sizes. You need your medium sized balloons, which is typically 11 or 12 inches, and you need your larger size balloons, which is typically 16, 18, or 19 inches. So just remember 11 or 12, 16, 18, or 19, depending on the brand. So you're good on your brands and you know which sizes to get. Now it's time to start inflating these balloons to make our 3 different cluster sizes. I'll start with our medium-sized cluster because this is the size that I use most often. And it consists of 4 11 or 12 inch balloons and 2 larger 18 or 16 inch balloons. Get your electric pump, which I'll link mine below, and take 2 balloons. These are going to be the first 2 that you inflate. Now you can use 2 of the same size or 1 large and 1 small, but I like to typically use 2 of the same size so that when they're inflating, they're timed the same. Inflate them until you get that nice round ball shape. You really don't want them to be like a pear shape. You want them to be nice and round. And to make them even more round, you can release some of the air, and they don't have to be the same size. This is for an organic garland, so each balloon can be slightly different. So just like size them down, let some air out, push them down on the table to round them out, just like that, you know? That's gonna make the cluster appear more full and kind of have that more of the professional look. Now your balloons are perfectly round, it's time to tie them together and form what's called a dupe for 2. So you're just gonna take the necks of each balloon and tie them like so. Really straightforward and simple. Take one neck and then just twist it or wrap it down under the other, just like this. Now it's twisted, you wanna secure it with a little knot so that they won't come apart. Once your knots are formed, your 2 balloons are locked in, they're not going anywhere, and you've officially created your first dupe. Now we have 4 balloons remaining, so we're gonna do this 2 more times. We're gonna tie 2 more 11 inch together and tie the 2 larger 18 inch together so we can form our cluster of 6. And with the larger balloons, you'll tie the necks the exact same way as you did with the smaller ones. And when you're finished, you should have 3 dupes in total. Now it's time to move on to our largest cluster type. Our large size is just slightly bigger than our medium, so it's just as easy to make. This is going to consist of 8 balloons, 4 11 inch or medium, and 4 large balloons. And by now I'm sure you have this because we're just following the same process. We're going to inflate 2 balloons together to make a dupe until we have a total of 8 dupes or 8 pairs. And once you're done that, just put your balloons to the side because we're about to move on to our 3rd and final cluster type, which is our small cluster. Our 3rd and final cluster is our smallest size, and this will consist of 6 balloons, all 11 inch. And really you're just going to do more of the same. You're going to make 3 pairs of dupes and tie them all together until you have a cluster of 6. The only difference is they're all the same size, which is the 11 or 12 inch size. Now that you have all of your dupes inflated, I'm going to show you how to connect them to make 3 different cluster sizes, perfect for almost any installation. We're going to start with our smallest cluster first, so grab 3 pairs of 11 inch dupes. This time I'm using blue, but they're all 11 inches just like the white. You should have 3 pairs in front of you. You're going to take 2 of those 3 and connect them by taking the part where the 2 necks are tied together and wrapping them into each other. You'll see what I mean. Take the pairs and then slide the necks into each other just like so. And then you're going to take one of the balloons and wrap it around the neck of the other one. And you can do it about 2 or 3 times if you'd like, and once they're together you have what's called a quad for 4 balloons. Here I just want to show you how the necks are all tied in together. You see that? So they're locked in place, forming a nice tight quad, and they're not going to go anywhere. And from here you can just keep twisting the necks around each other more and more to create an even tighter hold, so there's not like a lot of looseness, so the balloons are tight together and look really good. Now you have your quad, so it's time to tie in your last dupe. You want to do the same thing, making sure that the neck of this last dupe wraps around the necks of your quad. So you want to make sure that the middle of your dupe is tied into the middle of your quad. You don't want your dupe to be tied around just one single balloon. You want it to go straight in through the middle just like that. It's a bit more challenging than just the quad, but it's still pretty simple. So you want to make sure you're tying it right in the middle, and then you're just going to take the balloon and do the same exact thing. You want to make sure it goes all the way around so that it twists over or overlaps with the other side. This is going to make sure that all the balloons are secure and that when it comes time to building your garland, none of them will pop out. And you can twist it as many more times as you'd like until the final cluster feels like it's right to you. So that was pretty easy, right? Now it's time to show you how to make a medium cluster. It's pretty straightforward. It's going to be just like the small one, except this time you're going to use 4 small balloons and 1 larger 16 or 18 inch balloon. You're going to tie your 2 pairs of 11 inch balloons into each other, just like how we did in the last part with the smaller ones. And then we're going to add in our larger 18 inch balloon. So it's a little bit different because you have a variation in sizes, but I mean, it's not that hard. So you have your quad, go ahead and take your larger 18 inch balloons, make sure those necks connect, neck to neck connect. Make sure those necks connect, and then just like wrap it in the same way, wrap it around. It's gonna be a little bit more work because it's bigger, but you wanna wrap it around, twist it around itself as many times as you need to until it feels really secure and like no balloons are gonna go anywhere even if you shake it around. We are almost at the finish line. It is time to make our largest balloon cluster. This one consists of 4 medium or 11 inch balloons and 4 large or 18-16 inch balloons. So if you come this far, I'm pretty sure you know the drill. You start with your 2 medium size dupes and you tie them together to form a quad. You want to twist them into the neck to neck and twist them around each other several times until they're nice and tight. Then you're going to take your larger 18 inch and tie it into your quad, the same as we did with the cluster of 6 previously, the medium sized one. Tie those in nice and tight. And then you'll put in your final large dupe to create a total cluster of 8. And there you have it, my foolproof way of making 3 different cluster types, which can be used for a variety of different balloon setups. Now, if you want to see how to use these exact clusters to make a complete garland, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I have a new video coming out that shows how I use these exact same clusters to build a complete garland. It's a step-by-step tutorial. I think you'll find it really helpful. If you want to learn how to make mini chain clusters, you can watch this video, or if you want some design inspiration, you can watch this video. And if you found this how-to video helpful, let me know by hitting the like button. Until the next one, peace.